Hanging out with Ethan Gray. He won last week's 305 sprint car feature here at Land of Legends Raceway. Didn't get to talk to him too much because it was sprinkling at the time, and they were like, "You gotta hurry, Doug, we gotta go." So sorry about that, but you understand, right? You know how it works, right? So at least you got to get up on the wing though and celebrate. It had been since 2023. Had to feel good to get back to victory lane.
Yeah, it finally did. I mean, we had that little mishap at the beginning of the year, losing all the water out of the radiator and coming up 6 pounds light.
That's what did it?
We blew a head gasket and it put so much back pressure, popped the cap off and lost all the water.
And I guess really considering everything with a blown head gasket, it's amazing we finished.
Yeah.
Right? Was the gauge starting to rise or no?
As soon as I came in and shut the car off, it cranked right around.
Really? So you didn't notice anything when you were out there then? Because these run cool anyway, don't they?
Yeah, but because we lost so much water, it wasn't touching the temp gauge, so I couldn't see if it was how hot it was really.
And I know there's something the modifieds do where there's a second sensor they can install, but you just don't have the room and the plumbing and everything to do that, do you?
No, we don't.
So you know what I'm talking about then, right? Yeah, because it'll still tell you your temperature, so the water temperature will be the same, even though you don't have any in there.
Yep.
Okay, and that's nothing you can do.
No.
Okay. Kind of got a little bit of a break last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
Walk me through it. What happened?
Well, I don't really know. Just trying to run Peril and Randy down, and they ended up getting stuck together, and it allowed me to go by. And I really thought they were going to clip my right rear tire.
Oh, really?
When I went by them. So I was just thankful I made it through that and got the win out of it.
Yeah, the leader spun, and second place ended up basically T-boning him, but it was about the most gentle T-bone I've ever seen, right? I mean, I saw it, it's like, oh, no, don't flip it. Oh, that wasn't that bad. So as far as sprint car races go, crashes anyway. So what was your reaction as you see that? Because now you're in the lead, but you were there a couple times last year and it didn't work out.
Yeah, I knew the car was good. We changed everything about the car.
Yeah.
We knew coming into it with the Sportsman's being before us, it was going to wear the track off a lot. So we just kind of threw everything we knew at it and hoped for the best, and it worked.
So you actually look at that rundown as soon as that shows up during the week and kind of plan your setups around that.
Yep.
I didn't realize that. Now, as for that other motor, how bad was it? I mean, did it heat it up enough where you did a lot of damage in there?
It ended up warping the heads. The heads were junk. So we went and bought a set of heads off of Bobby Perro.
Okay. Now, how do we know everything else is okay?
They just told us to check for any discoloration and everything in it, and we looked for all that. It was all good, so...
Now, do we take the pan off and look at the bearings and everything too, or no?
They told us we could do that, but they said if there's no coloring and stuff on the pistons or whatever, we should be good.
Yeah, because it didn't really heat up.
Yeah,
like if you would have ratted up to 230 or 240, well, that would be different. Then we might see some damage there, right?
It was saying I was like around 160, and then as soon as I shut it off, it went right past 200 and kept going.
It just went, huh? Like you could see it, huh?
As soon as I shut the car off, it just instantly just went.
Wow. You ever had that happen before?
No.
So did you have an idea what was going on then, or no?
At first, I thought we kind of blew it up. I really didn't know. And then we could smell how hot it was, and we pulled the hood off, and Dad looked underneath it, and the radiator cap was actually sitting right in the intake.
Oh, really? It come right off?
Yeah, where our injection comes up, it was sitting right there.
Wow. At least that made it easier for you to then not to buy another cap at least. So now is that motor back yet?
It's the same motor that's in the car.
And that's the one we won with last week?
Yep.
So you able to put it together that fast and it won?
Just changed the heads and went back out with it.
Usually things don't work that easy when it's something like that, do they?
Well, hard luck or surprise.
Something else should have gone wrong in there, and then you won the next week. So, all right, can we get one tonight? Because you guys handicap, don't you?
Yep.
So you're going to be a little further back, right?
Still hoping to try and drive our way up and get something done tonight.
All right. Guys, remember to subscribe, turn on the notifications, all that cool stuff. Over 4,000 subscribers on our way to 5. Who do you want to say thanks to? Because we really didn't get a chance to do that last week. So that was one of my main goals I said I'm going to do today.
So I got to say main thanks to my dad and mom. They helped me through a lot of this. The guys that are there every week, Logan, Pat, Rich, Dana, help work on the car throughout the week. All my sponsors, Crowley Comfort Solutions, Dispatch Brewing, Nicole Moyer Realty, Fox's Auto, Action Entertainment, Ballard Sports, Proctor Enterprise, Adina's Pizzeria. They help us through a lot of it and get us here every week. So.
And he didn't have to turn. You know, like when guys do that in victory lane, I almost feel like, I'm going to let you do that once, but I'm not going to let you do that next time.
I've been trying to do it and get it done right. So.
Of course, we also have something else we added on the car. Take off your hat for a second, and you guys too.
So we ended up doing a thing for Tana, shave our heads, and we put a big Tana sticker on the side of the car for this. Well, it's going to stay on the rest of the year, but we put it on last night to get it.
And you were like one of almost a dozen guys who who did this, right?
Yeah, there were 7 drivers there, I believe it was, because I thought about it and I told Dad I'd pay for it and let him print it all out.
Oh, that's nice.
So each of us drivers that were there in Shaver Heads got a big Tana sticker for their cars.
That's nice, man. Well, Tana, we're thinking about you. I mean, she was doing stuff 30 years ago that women weren't doing at the time, so we're thinking about you and hoping you're okay. Go have fun tonight, and maybe we'll get to take that hat off in Victory Lane and show everybody, okay?
I hope so.
See you later, man.